So, I am back again to continue our lesson of Introduction to Economics for class 11th. Students, till now what we have studied in this chapter is actually introduction of this chapter. As last time we studied about choices and what are the reasons due to which we have to make choices. When we make choice, we come to know what actually and why we need to make choices. Therefore, today's study that I am going to explain just now is very importantly related to the problem of making choices. The same thing in the future we will study as decision making regarding central problem, which we will discuss in the very next portion. Different kind of choices are undertaken under different economic system. That is why it becomes important for us to know and to understand what this economic system is all about. Why do we perform activity? We all know. But where do we perform particular activity? That is our motive of today's lecture. As you know, in economics, our activities is confined to economic activities. In this part of science, we do not bother to study non-economic activities. So different kind of activities are performed in different economic system. So first of all, let us discuss what is economy. Okay. Dear students, as you know that different types of activities are performed under different economic framework. I can give you example. A farmer, it is mentioned here also, a farmer goes to field to perform his activity. Similarly, if I am a teacher, then I will go to school to perform my activity. Someone is a doctor, then he or she will go to hospital to perform his or her activity. So, we need a kind of system under which activity can be performed or will be performed. That very system is called economy. So, I have written here, the term economy is defined as a framework or platform within which all activities are performed. So, what we need, what is clear from this definition? It is clear that we need a particular framework, we need a particular platform. That very platform or framework is called economy, where we are required to approach to perform particular activities. Then in the second part of this, what we are trying to understand is types of economy. Types of economy. Now here, types of economy can have several sections. I say sections because you can categorize economy on different basis. Just now, as I told you, if you try to categorize economy on the basis of nature of work and area in which work is performed. Then, as I am giving you context of Indian economy. Around 1980s, most of the people in this country, they used to go to their farm to get engaged in agricultural activities. You all know that in India during 1980s, more than 60% people were engaged in agricultural activity. That is why at that time we used to call this economy as agricultural economy. Similarly, if in any economy most of the people are engaged in agricultural activity, they perform, of course, agricultural activity will be performed in land, farms. So that type of economy will be called agricultural economy. If most of the people are engaged in industrial activities, obviously they will go to industries, then that industry will be called, that economy will be called industrial economy. Okay, like today, as most of the Indians, we all almost, we prefer to go for services. In future we will study service sector. Then our economy is today, it is called service sector economy, because most of us are preferring services. So this category is on the basis of nature of work and area where our maximum activities are performed. But the most important basis for division of economy is on the basis of degree of control of economic activity of people. Who controls our activities and how our activities are controlled? This is the most important criteria to categorize economy. On the basis of this, different economies of world are categorized into three parts. Centrally planned economy or controlled economy, which exist in China, Cuba, Russia and other countries. Second is pre-market economy or market economy, which is in USA and United Kingdom. Most of the developed countries have adopted pre-market economy or pre-economy. Third is mixed economy, as it is in India. India is the best example of this type of economy. These three categories of economy is based on degree of control of economic activities that are performed by people. Now, I must tell you here that if we try to understand these three categories of world, categories of economic system of world, then we should take some common points, and these are the common points. Okay, you should know that what should be the basis according to which we can categorize different economies of world. So, points are ownership of resources. Second is decision making. Ownership of resources means who are the owners of resources, who takes decision regarding, told you last time also, what, how and for whom. What is the motive of decision making? Which means it is very simple. Why do we perform any activity? Motive. Then existence of sectors. What kind of sector exists in centrally planned economy? What kind of sector exists in market economy? And what kind of sector exists in mixed economy? And role of market forces. So let us explain one by one all these 5 points in order to understand the three types of economy. Take first point, ownership of resource, and come to these 3 points. In the centrally planned economy or controlled economy, all the resources are owned and operated by the government. I repeat, All the resources are owned and operated by the government. In free economy or market economy, government has very little role to play. Never say that government has no role to play. Government has very little role to play, but individuals have freedom in market economy. In the mixed economy, it is the economic system in which aspects of centrally planned economy and free economy both are practiced. There are some areas where government is having full control, and at the same time there are some areas where government is having negligible control. So ownership differs in all the three resources. Then decision making. But decision making regarding what? How, what, and for whom. Who takes the decision? It is a point of common awareness that if I am the owner of a resource, then how I will use that resource, only I will take decision. So if government is full ownership under centrally planned economy, then decision will be taken by the government. Individuals do not have any right to take decisions. If individuals have freedom to take decisions in free market economy or simply market economy, then individuals will take decision. Normally government does not interfere in the process of decision making. I said normally government does not interfere. And in the mixed economy, there is sometimes ownership is divided. Some sectors are under government ownership, so government will take decision. Other sectors are under the ownership of individuals, just like a free economy, so there individuals will take decision. So this is the process of decision making. Why decisions are taken? In a centrally planned economy, motive of decision is welfare. Motive of decision is welfare of people. Welfare of people. In the free economy, motive of decision is to earn maximum profit. And in the mixed economy, there is a mixed motive. Public sector works for welfare and private sector works for maximum profit. Then what kind of sectors exist in all these type of economy? In a centrally planned economy, there is existence of only public sector. In a free economy, there is existence of only private sector. And in a mixed economy, there is existence of both the sectors. And at the end of all these, there is role of market forces. So first of all, you must know what these market forces are. Look, factors of demand, supply, transportation, banking, insurance, they are collectively called market forces. They are called so because they influence price determination in the market. In a centrally planned economy, market forces are completely under the control of government, so it has no role to play. In a free market economy or simply market economy, market forces are free to operate in the market. That is why in a centrally planned economy, government determines the price, and in free market economy, prices are determined in the market. And in a mixed economy, if there is existence of private sector, then market forces will decide the price, and if there is existence of public sector, then government will decide the price. This is how we can understand the meaning, different types and operations of different categories of economic system in the world that is prevailing right now. You can go through this, and next time, as we are continuing our initial study, next time we will go into the second unit of chapter 1, which will be where we will study central problems directly. Central problems, what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. That is okay for today. Thank you.